Hey guys, how's it going? Today I've got some Pokemon Showdown Live because I haven't done that in a while, and I'm using a little rain team that I threw together which has a few random things. Got a Celebi on it that I haven't used before. It's a specially defensive one that I thought would be kind of interesting to try out. And I'm against a guy that looks kind of stally with a Scizor and a Scrafty as really the only two offensive guys. So I guess I'll just start off with my, I guess I could really start with my Politoed, and he just goes right for the Jellicent lead. I'm going to use Toxic so that I can start wearing down this Jellicent. He could switch into any of his Steel types or his, well, really anything on his team could take a Toxic, but he just leaves the Jellicent in, which is the only thing that doesn't really want to get Toxic. That's kind of weird that he left that in, and he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, which is kind of strange because Politoed's a especially offensive Pokemon most of the time. So I don't really know what his reasoning is there, so I guess I'll just go into Celebi unless he makes some weird prediction and goes for Shadow Ball. But he just goes out into the Gliscor, which is nice. He activates his Toxic Orb, so I'm not sure what set he's running yet. I'm going to go into my, I think I'm going to go into my Thundurus because he probably can't touch me. He's just going to go for the Protect. I'm going to show that I have the Hidden Power Ice. Because, well, actually, if he can't really touch me, then I might as well just go for the Volt Switch, because he'll probably switch out. Oh, he stays in. What does he have? He has, oh, okay, he has Toxic. So he has Protect, he has Toxic. He probably has Earthquake, because if he had U-Turn, he most likely would have gone for it on the Celebi, but he didn't. So I guess I could go into my Latios now. He's just going to go for the Protect. I do have the Surf. Most of my, let's see, my moves pretty much hit his team. Surf and Thunderbolt. I forgot to change. I have Thunderbolt and Energy Ball. Forgot to change that. I meant to change Energy Ball to Hidden Power Fire, but I forgot to do that. That's not really important at the moment. I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt here, get off some decent damage on that Jellicent. He's still going for Will-O-Wisp, I guess just for residual damage. I don't really see the harm in going for another Thunderbolt. He's just going to go back into that Gliscor and take it. Here he's probably going to go for Protect. It's pretty obvious. So I'll go into my, I guess I'll go into, I'll go into Thundurus, because the Thundurus is already Toxic, so I'm not really fearing a whole lot from him. I think I'll just go for, the U-Turn. Oh, I could have gone for the Hidden Power Ice, but I over-predicted that. And now I'm stuck here, so I guess I will go back into the Latios and try and start wearing down his team. He's going to go for the sub on the Gliscor, which is what I was expecting if he had Toxic, which he did. So his last move is either Rocks or, actually it's probably not Rocks because he does have a Skarmory and a Heatran. It's probably either like Taunt or Roost or something strange. At this point it seems really weird if it was Earthquake, so I'm not really sure about that. At any rate, I want to get this Gliscor out of here no matter what. I doubt he has the U-Turn. I have Natural Cure on Celebi, so the Toxic won't really do anything. If he goes for Earthquake, I am bulky, so it will probably do around 15-20%, something like that. Yeah, 15%. So I'll just go for the Perish Song so I can force him out of there. We now know his whole Gliscor set. which means he has nothing to touch our Thunderous anymore, which is really nice. I thought the Thunderous was toxic. Am I missing something here? It says Thunderous was badly poisoned, but there's nothing there. I'm confused. Okay, whatever. He can just sit there not poisoned, and I'll be happy. So I guess I'll just go for the Giga Drain to see if I can break the sub, which I am able to do. And now I should probably get out of here because Toxic's gonna start wearing me down. He does not have anything to touch my Latios, I have found out. So I'll just go out into that. He's gonna go into the Heatran to do not a whole lot, I guess. I'll just go for the Surf. He's probably running Protect because this is an extremely stally team he's got going on. Oh, he's actually Scarfed. Okay, Scarftran. That's really nice to know. Which means I can go into the Scizor. I can go for the Choice Banded U-turn on whatever because I know he's going to switch out. Unless he stays and he goes for HP Ice, which I wouldn't really understand. He'll probably end up going into Skarm or Gliscor, because Gliscor normally does a pretty good job of walling Scizor. But a U-turn would do more to Gliscor than it would to Skarm. He goes into Jellicent. That's a strange play. I don't know what he's thinking. Yeah, that's weird. I don't have an explanation for that move. I guess I'll just go out into Celebi because I am a grass type. That's my reasoning. Yep, that's my reasoning. I am a grass type. That's why I'm going to go out into Celebi. Okay. He's probably going to go into the Scizor now, unless he goes into the Heatran. Scrafty. Okay. I guess I'll go into Politoed since it's physically defensive. It is the bulk up set, which means it's probably running Leftovers and Shed Skin, something along those lines. So, Perish Song it is, because I am running 2 Pokemon with Perish Song on this team, so as to prevent anything from setting up, because when things set up, they get scary. And on this team, I do have 2 Scarfers, but they're not as fast as a couple things that set up. Scrafty with Dragon Tail, this is something new. Wow. I'm going for the U-turn. I am not going for the superpower because he might Resto Chesto or Rest Chedskin, and I get a crit with a U-turn, which is kind of unfortunate for him, but I don't really mind, obviously. He doesn't have anything that wants to take a Waterfall in the Rain, so I can go into the Gyarados now and probably get off some decent damage on whatever he wants to bring in. If he brings in Skarm, that'll probably take it the best. But I think I could still 2-hit Skarm with the Waterfall. Because it is in the rain. I am running Max Attack Adamant Choice Scarf Gyarados. It's actually become one of my favorite kind of random sets to run. Is the Max Attack Adamant Choice Scarf Gyarados. Especially in the rain, because Waterfall in the rain from a Gyarados is really, really powerful. It's like when people were always running Choice Banded Metagross. That's the kind of power it gets, which is really, really nice. So here I have just taken out the Gliscor with a Waterfall. The defensive powerhouse Gliscor. That's how good it is. And now I got my Moxie boost, so if he wants to bring in Scizor, that'll go down. Heatran will go down, unless he's running Stone Edge or something weird like that. We already know his hidden power is Ice, so he can't be running anything rogue like Electric or Rock. He's going to send in Skarm now. Skarm could probably Brave Bird or something. I'm not really sure about that. He has Rocky Helmet, but I flinch him, so I don't really know what he has. But that really shouldn't be a problem, because I do still have 5 Pokemon. So if my Waterfall didn't work, I can just go into my Thundurus and spam Thunder, because he doesn't have a resist anymore or an immunity. And he just forfeits. Yep. I guess we'll go for a second battle. So let's look for one. This guy is running a hail team, maybe like a pseudo hail team. Kind of strange, not gonna lie. I'll start out with my Thunderous, because I believe Scarf Thunderous outspeeds Scarfed Kieran Black. I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch, as he's probably banded or something. It wouldn't really be that smart of me to go into any of these things. But I'm gonna go into Politoed and find out if he's Scarfed or banded. He is Dragon Tail, so he's leftovers. That worked out great, actually. I guess I'll just go for another. Actually, I'm gonna go for. Okay, I'll go for the Volt Switch, I guess, and go back out into Politoed. I'm not really sure what this Kieran Black is trying to do. He has Sub, which is not a problem when you have Perish Song like I do. So he's just gonna go for another Dragon Tail. It's doing about a quarter to my Politoed. If he's running the bulky set of Kieran Black, then I actually might be able to outspeed him with Scizor, which I am able to do. And what do I really want to take a hit? Seriously. I guess I could go into Celebi right now, and then get a T-Wave off, unless he just Dragon Tails me out again. Alright, Latios, that's actually a pretty decent switch if I were running a Dragon move, but I'm not. So, Psyshock it is. I'm not sure what he's really going to do. He goes into Heatran on a balloon. Psyshock does about 25%. And I can just go for the Surf here, and it doesn't really look like he's defensive, so I could probably do some decent damage. However, he goes into the Abomasnow to resist that Surf. So now, I guess I'll go into Scizor to resist the Dual Stab. He's going to go for the Ice Shard. I don't see an item, so I'm going to keep in mind. And I'm going to go for the Bullet Punch right now. And let's see what's going to happen now. Gliscor, I will go into my... I'll go into Celebi. That's probably a good play. And I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so now we're back, and I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain because he went for the Taunt, which means he probably doesn't have the Substitute, just, I would imagine, from the sets that I see. Which also means he probably doesn't have anything to touch Gyarados, and I doubt he'd go for double Toxic. Yeah, he has Protect, Toxic, Taunts, and he's probably an attacking move, which I would assume to be Earthquake at this point. I don't really want to over-predict, so I'm just going to go for the Waterfall. He goes into Jellicent, which is fine, because that doesn't really do anything to either of us. Yes, I will go out into Politoed now because the hail is up, and in order for my team to do a little bit better, I prefer the hail weren't up. And he gets the burn with Scald, which is just great. So I guess I could retaliate by going for a Toxic on him, but he goes out into the Tentacruel, and the phone is ringing, so I'll be back again. Alright, and here we are back for the third time technically. And it is Politoed versus Tentacruel. So I'm going to switch out into my Latios here because I want to try and preserve the weather. There's no real harm in going for Psyshock right here, so I'll just go for that. And my Expert Belt helps me take out the Tentacruel right there with stock Psyshock. What's he gonna send in now? Probably, okay, he sends in the Abomasnow. Judging by him going for the Ice Shard earlier, he might be Choice Banded, but I don't think he's strong enough to take me out with one. He did see that my initial switch was Scizor, so I'm not really sure if he's carrying the HP Fire or the Earthquake or something, and I don't particularly want to chance it. But if this guy's been around for a while, then he knows the rule about big threats, which is to take him out, or raise him out. So he might just go for the Choice Banded Ice Shard, which makes me want to stay in and just go for the Psy Shock. Yeah, that's Choice Banded damage right there. So I probably have 2 hail hits left in me, and I can just switch out into Scizor actually. Okay, it goes into Politoed. My bad. He sends in the Jellicent now. I can go for the Scald actually. Oh, okay, he actually stays in with Jellicent this time. That's a bit of a pain. I guess he doesn't have hazards up other than those toxic spikes. So I could really keep something alive. Something being my Politoed. And I could go out into my Celebi now and go for the Thunder Wave. Why is this Jellicent running Ice Beam, I just realized? That's really awkward and weird. Ice Beam and Toxic? Okay. Whatever, man, whatever. Nice, I get the Thunder Wave off on the Kyurem Black. I don't think he could do anything to my Scizor, so I can just go out into that for the time being. And he's going to go for Hone Claws, but that really shouldn't matter if I have the Bullet Punch and or Superpower. I think from this range it would be smart to go for the Superpower, so I'm just going to do that, because if he predicted the Bullet Punch and went into the Heatran, then that would have been pretty bad. Here, what is he going to do? I'm not really sure. But I don't really have a use for my... Wow, I haven't used any of these things. I'm going to go into Celebi. I want to see why he brought it in on Scizor. What he's running. Oh, he's just trying to bait me to go for the Superpower. Okay, that's not bad, because to him it makes it look like I predicted his Jellicent, which is off the ice. I think I'll just go for the Recover here, because I only have normal poison damage on me, not toxic damage. He goes for the Recover, predicting me to attack him, but I don't, and I'm going to on this turn now. And hopefully he switches, which he does. He goes into Gliscor, and I get some really nice damage off on that thing. However, he is going to heal quite a bit from the Toxic Heal or Poison Heal. So I'm just going to go for another Giga Drain. If he wants to go into Heatran, which he doesn't. So that's nice. I get to take out the Gliscor. And I think that's the last of his physically defensive walls. He has 4 things to stall on here, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time I don't really care a whole lot about that. What can I do? What can I do? At this point I think I'm going to go into Latios and see what the Heatran wants to do, because he does have the Ice Shard, which makes it so my Latios can't really do a whole lot anymore. He goes for the Hidden Power Ice. I would assume it's Ice. And was this the one that was on a balloon earlier? I think this is the one that was on a balloon. Yeah, right here. Heatran's balloon popped. Okay, so he's not choice locked. But I can send in the Gyarados now, and I can actually go for the Earthquake, and get good damage on anything. Because if I went for the Waterfall, then the Jellicent would just absorb it. Now, this Jellicent is extremely Will-O-Wisp happy, so I don't particularly want to switch into something. I mean, I don't want to take it on a Celebi. I mean, oh my goodness, I don't want to take it on a Gyarados. It would be smarter to take it on a Celebi. But I'm going to switch out into Thundurus, which I haven't even used yet. He goes for Scald, which is a strange play. I mean, it's not strange, but he is carrying Will-O-Wisp, so I'm not really sure why he went for Scald. I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch. I'm going to get the crit. I'm guessing that mattered, because judging by the earthquake damage, he's not physically defensive, so he's probably fully invested in special defense, which is kind of unfortunate. Sorry about that part. But now it's pretty much just send out Gyarados and kill something, take something out. He's gonna go into the Abomasnow. To be honest, I guess I could just go for Waterfall. Wow, Focus Punch Abomasnow. This guy, you know, he's got the Sub-Hone Claws, Cure in Black, and a Focus Punch Abomasnow. Nothing on his team benefits from Hail. Nothing benefits at all. I don't know what this guy's doing. Didn't realize that really till now. It was kind of in the back of my head. But I don't know what he was doing at all. And he was in the 1400s of the ladder, so kind of mid-range, a little bit lower than average. That was a really weird team that I just played against. But I was able to pull through with my awesome red Gyarados. And that's probably going to be it for Showdown Live today. It's getting kind of late. I don't know why I'm recording this so late at night, because I know that my voice is going to sound really bad. But I was kind of eager to make a video since I don't have a whole lot of schoolwork, and I was kind of bored. And so, yeah, that will be that. Leave a like on the video, comment, do your thing, share the video with others, whatever you want to do. Check out the new intro if you skip through that for some reason. Tell me if you like it or not, because one of my friends did that in his spare time, and I thought it looked pretty cool when I saw it. So I'm going to try it out for a couple of videos and see what people think if I get feedback about that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.